Welcome to Linux for You channel. My name is Sushil Sharma. Today we will set up secondary bind DNS server. If you don't know how to set up primary bind DNS server, you can check my playlist. You will find a video on that. Okay. So if you are a RHCSA learner, you are a Linux admin, or you want to make a project on final year of BCA, B.Tech, MCA. So it is a good way to do a project on that. So secondary bind server we will set up. Right, so let's go to the lab, and before that, if you want to support that our channel, so please donate any amount to this QR code, or you can donate on number also. Right, so please support our channel and subscribe and like our channel and video. Right, so let's go to the lab. So right now I am the primary DNS server. If the primary DNS server is not allowing the zone transfer, you cannot set up secondary DNS server, right? So let's showing you that it is my primary DNS server. So here, this is the server name. This is my primary DNS server, and this is my primary DNS server IP 250, right? And we will modify the primary so that it will allow the zone transfer to the secondary DNS server, right? So see how I am allowing. Sudo vim etc name dot RFC1912.zones. So here you have to modify your file. So here you have to add this line, allow transfer, right? Otherwise this zone cannot be sent to the primary. So in my forward lookup zone, I have added this line, allow transfer. Who is 222? 222 will be my secondary DNS server, right? In the same reverse lookup zone, you have also added allow transfer line, right? So primary should know about secondary IP address. Otherwise, the zone will not be transferred to the primary, so secondary. So this way I have allowed in my FLZ and RLZ allow transfer line and the IP address of my secondary DNS server, right? After that, you have to go to the secondary DNS server, right? So now we are going to the secondary DNS server after modify this setting. So after modification, you have to restart the named service. Sudo systemctl restart named. After changing these settings, you have to run this command, right? So I have already edited and restarted the named service. So let's go to our secondary DNS server. Now I am on the secondary DNS server. First you have to set up your networking first. So let's see what is the my name. So here see the name of this server. This is my secondary DNS server name, and you will set the DNS IP to your primary. If you don't know how to set the IP address and DNS, you can check my playlist. You will find a video on that. So here you can see my domain name is this linuxforyou.com, and my DNS server, it is a primary DNS server IP you have to set, right? So these are the settings of secondary DNS server, right? After that, you have to install the bind package, right? So sudo dnf install bind and bind hyphen utils. So these two packages you need to install first to make it secondary DNS server. So I'm requesting you to please see my video that is based on the primary DNS server, primary bind server. Then you will certainly know the idea how to set up the secondary DNS server, right? So please look at that. Now the package is installed, and we will modify a main configuration file here. Sudo vim etc name.conf, right? So this is the main configuration file of the bind service, bind DNS. So here you have to modify two settings. Number one is listen on port 127. So you have to remove this IP address so that DNS can listen on any interface. So you have to add here any. Another change is allow query. Remove localhost and write any, so that it can handle query coming from any source, right? So these two changes you have to do. And one more thing, you can do one more change here. DNSSEC validation, no, right? So now after that you have to edit one more line, and that is RFC 1912.zones. So here we have to add our zone information, right? So see how I'm editing this file. So you have to go to the end of this file. Now you are in the last of this file, and you have to add here your zone information. So let's see how you can add the zone information. Now you can see I have added my zone information. So it is a forward lookup zone, right? So this is a file name that is present in the primary DNS server, and here you will see that allow transfer 29.222. It means your secondary DNS server is basically allowing. So that is my 222. And the same thing you have to add here, right? So these information you need to be added, right? So this information that I have shown you earlier should be added in the primary DNS server. Now it is my secondary DNS server, and in the same file etc named.rfc 1912.john, you have to add the another information in the end, right? In the end of this file. So in RFC 1912, I am adding in secondary server this line. See here. So this information I am adding. So it is a slave and it is master 250. So who is master? Primary DNS server, right? So here it will download this file because it is a slave. It will not create the file John. It will download from primary DNS server. So 250 is my primary DNS server. So this information you have to add where? In the secondary DNS server. Same way for reverse lookup zone, you have to add this information. Same. My primary DNS 250, and this file will be downloaded by the slave from the primary DNS server. So carefully you have to write both of the statements, right, for both of the zones here. After that, saving this file, right? So this file you have to edit in secondary DNS server, right? After that, you have to check the configuration, right? So how you can check the configuration? So sudo check conf. So there is no output, it means my syntax is okay, there is no error. So expected no output means everything is working fine. Now we are enabling the DNS in firewall. So sudo firewall -cmd add service is equal to DNS and in permanent way. And after that we will reload the firewall. Right? Then we will restart the main service of the DNS, and that is sudo systemctl restart named. It should work fine, and now we'll see the status of this service. Now it is running active and fine, right? And one more thing, you have to enable this at reboot, enabling the named service, right? Now you can see the log file. You can watch the log file that what is happening in background. So the command is journalctl use sudo -fu named, and we are trying to see a word completed. Now you can see from 250 from my primary DNS server, the transfer is completed, right? It means the transfer of this zone is completed. Same way, the reverse lookup zone transfer is completed. Here you can see the message. Transfer is completed. So this way, both zone has been transferred from the primary to the secondary DNS server, right? Successfully, right? So this way we have verified that the secondary DNS server has contacted the primary and successfully downloaded the both zone files. Right? So you can also verify by the command sudo ls where named slaves. So here you can see, you will find both files here. If you are finding both files, these files are downloaded from primary DNS server. So that from these two files, these two FLZ and RLZ zones, it can resolve host name and IP address both, right? So we'll test it that my secondary DNS server is working fine or not. So let's test my second DNS server and how. See, dig at the rate I am giving the IP address of this, or you can type the name also. The name is server 2, or you can type the IP also. So I'm typing IP address. So it is the IP address of secondary DNS server, and I'm asking this server to resolve this name to this host name to IP address. Okay. So see, it is resolving or not. Yes, it is resolving. This server belonging to which IP address? 250, my primary DNS server. So it is working fine. One more way, if you want to see the short output, you can add here short. Now it is giving the short output, right? So this server IP address is what? This server IP address is this. It means my host name resolution forward lookup zone is very good. Now you can do reverse lookup name resolution, right? So let's do it. Let's see how to do that. See, I am doing that. Now you have to write this way. Dig -x and type the IP address and which server you are asking. You are asking to your secondary DNS server. Now it is giving the output, right? And if you want to see the short output, yes, you can have a short output. Add short plus short. Now it is showing you this IP is belonging to which server? This server. So this way my forward lookup zone, reverse lookup zone, my PTR record, my host A record, both are okay. Both zones are okay, both records are okay, and my secondary DNS server, that is 222, is working fine, right? So this is how you set up the secondary DNS server. So if you are liking my channel, please subscribe the channel and support my channel to donate any amount on this QR code and on the
given number. So if you are a RHCSA learner, you are a Linux admin, you want to make a project on networking based on the BCA, B.Tech, MCA, right? So every day I'm uploading the video, so that is a good topic to cover, right? So every day I'm uploading one file, so please stay tuned here and subscribe the channel so that my next video will not miss to you, right? So you can pass your exam with confidence, so try to see my videos daily basis, right? Thank you very much for watching this video.